Later, Jay. Love you.
See you, Dad.
My hair is a mess, y'all. What's the deal? Should have became a teacher. Pardon for not dropping a video yesterday, but I just still like torn up, and my wife, she's talking to her family, and man, it just so sucks, man. I'm gonna miss my father-in-law, man. Love your people, man, when they're around, for real. We were just talking about, put the seat back on, Joy. When I used to say put the seat back, y'all, that's because I used to have the camera facing them, so it was more like a therapy session, y'all relaxing and inviting. But I've been showing myself, so that ain't been the case lately. But I used to, what she say to me? What she say? Oh yeah, we would always say like, next year we're gonna go back home to Jersey, or another year after that, or some other time after that. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta like be able to. We said it too. She said it ourselves. We said we just gotta go at that time. Life is moving on. We're all the way down here, away from all of our family. Like, family don't know each other barely. Sucks. It's a terrible feeling. What I want to talk about though, somebody just talking to my son about, don't let the end all or give up at a no. Don't give up at a no. Don't let it be the last word or end it at a no. You hear a no? That no was for the moment. You did not qualify. You did not reach whatever it was for that what it is. All the time in my head, I'm automatically thinking of like a job application or a business loan or something like that. Or some type of application you put in for your business or anything like that. It could be anything. When you put an application in, for assistance even, disability, you put an application in, you got to meet those requirements. So when you hear a no, go over why they said no and figure out how you can fix that. Usually if it's like a job application or something like that, you really can't fix that. You usually can't, because you want to put the application in right the first time, all the information that's in there is needed. That way when you do it again, that already shows the problem. When it comes to other things like a business or, a loan or credit or something like that, you don't need that. You don't need, because you could just do it. Because as many times as you need to, as long as you can pay for the application too. You don't mind. But when it comes to jobs, you don't gotta usually pay for those applications. You just gotta fill it out and hopefully you qualify or they want you based off whatever is set up there. Everything else, once you do that, like I said, you got one chance to do that. Respectfully, you should think you have one chance to do it. Because it's like, dang, that's the first impression. If it looks sloppy, they're not gonna want it. And they say no, and say you do happen to find out why, because it was sloppy or they couldn't understand it. No, you wouldn't even be able to do it again. And if you do, that's just good on you because that shows persistence for you. So it is a good thing if you do decide to pursue something that was told you no for a job. For whatever reason it may be, that's really good. But like I said, you most likely have to just try another place, and not like next week. Do it as soon as you find out. You shouldn't just put in one application in the first place. Well, it's a job you're talking about. When it comes to something else, you put in one and you gotta wait for it. You can't put in a bunch most of the times. Because once one comes through, you may not need that loan for something else, or that's too much money you gotta pay back. I don't know. It's so many. I'm just throwing out things. Don't let it be an end. I'm telling them, if you're a teacher, let's bring it back to school now. If your teacher says something and she say no, or because there'll be a bunch of reasons. You could have asked her to go to the bathroom 3-4 minutes after the time to go to the bathroom that she gives out. She said no. You had the time to go. You probably doing work. You probably didn't have to go. You got up and now you got to go. Whatever it is, whatever it may be, don't let that no be the end of the journey or, the things that you go through or you put yourself through. That no is not the end of it. That no is just to let you know that, let's go over some more stuff. Let's just check over our stuff some more. Let's do a deeper dive in. But I always appreciate your time. It's getting a little warmer. Tomorrow's supposed to be a huge storm, what they said. A storm that's historical, they said. A bomb cyclone. Where they say that the storm is supposed to hit, and just as it's hitting, it gets harder and it gets colder throughout the time and the duration of the storm. That sounds like most storms. This is where the argument of climate control kind of gets a little finicky. Even though I am reading into the side of people who, believe the sun controls the climate, which they do, it does, but they don't believe that emission is really the main factor. So, and they believe that things like this bomb cyclone is a phenomenon, and a phenomenon should be understood as that, not something that's just gonna happen. Like, what? That don't make sense. Phenomenons just happen too. So this is my biggest thing with it, and I'm still confused about. When I was younger in New Jersey, I'm talking about all my younger life, it snowed every year. It got to a point where it snowed in October. It could be Halloween and we might see snow. Maybe before then, or it might start after then. But it definitely snowed every year, and it lasted till February, March. Talking about snow on the ground. Maybe the street cleaners wasn't as good as they are now. Obviously, I'm gonna say not maybe they wasn't, because I'm talking about early 2000s and the 90s when I was growing up. So we always had snow around. Brown snow, white snow, whatever. We always had it around. Always had to get used to cleaning off snow. It was just something we just got used to. And I couldn't wait to do that with my kids in the future. Tell me why now, look what's going on. And mind you, I'm in West Virginia now. But that's why it's so different for me to feel this, because I could call back at home and they'll tell us that, there's not snowing there. And it had to snow. And it don't feel as cold. It feels cold, don't get me wrong. People are saying it's still cold because we're just going up. We older now, so I feel like it's super cold, which I think it is. But I don't know. They say it's not snowing. Like, if it don't snow, why? Why is it not snowing somewhere where it used to snow all the time? It is getting warmer. When it rains so much in the wintertime, that rain is supposed to be snow. Why is it not getting cold enough to be snow? It is getting warmer. Like, what are people talking about? Ozone layer is thinning. Emission is not helping. Like, come on now. But we could get into that another. I am studying and looking into the opposite side, the opposing side. But I do want to understand what they say and keep learning what I believe to know. And the weather's getting better, like I said, though. It's supposed to be a huge storm tomorrow, so we'll see. I don't know what time it'll be happening in that. We pretty much got stuff that we want for the whole weekend, so we can settle in, and for the whole Christmas time. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting weekend. Like I said, I apologize for yesterday. I didn't even get up yesterday. I got up, but I just I didn't get no sleep. I don't get much sleep at night. I wake up at like 3 in the morning every single morning. For a few years actually. I'm about to just slow down on a lot of stuff and pick back up some stuff. I'll get more into that as I'm getting better. But I'm getting better. I'm doing good. I appreciate your time. Always. Just say about the channel. And I'm gonna get with y'all tomorrow or whatever days next. God bless you all. I appreciate your time truly.